Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to Here Today, Where Tomorrow. My name's Rob, and in today's video, we are going to go over all the specialty dining options aboard the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. We're going to answer the question whether or not the ultimate dining chill package is actually chill or not. Let's check it out. So I recently sailed out of Tampa on the Islander, and we opted for the $160 Ultimate Dining Chill Package, which includes dinner at the JWB Prime Steakhouse, sparkling wine brunch at the Islander Dining Room, 1 dinner credit at the Islander Dining Room, a $25 dining credit for a la carte purchases at the Tiki Grill, a $25 dining credit for a la carte purchases at Island Eats, a $25 dining credit for a la carte purchases at Side Sushi, and your gratuity across all of those restaurants. One thing to note, you cannot use any of these credits towards drinks, mocktails, cocktails, specialty, anything. Only food, no drink.
Nothing for you!
Only food. So, let's start this food review off at the top of the morning with the sparkling wine brunch at the Islander main dining room. Now, this brunch really was a standout success for me. This was part of our dining package, but you can technically do this a la carte on its own, $20 per person per pop. Honestly, it was worth it. The mimosas were strong and fine, but really the food was the star of the show. The options for the breakfast and lunch were absolutely amazing, and our picks for breakfast were stellar. I said this in the daily vlog, which I'll link up here. Care and consideration was taken in the preparation of my Eggs Benedict. Across 23 cruises and 5 cruise lines, the best Eggs Benedict I have ever had, hands down. Jason's French toast was smothered and absolutely a smash hit. So we both fell in love with the Islander brunch, and it was well worth the money. Now let's talk about some of the a la carte options. Side Sushi was quite a standout for us as well. The size of the sushi rolls were massive. Now I will say, out of all the places we ate, between the specialty dining, complimentary dining on this cruise, Side Sushi probably had the worst location and experience. It may have been the time that we went, but the Far Side location is in the Far Side of the World lounge, at the bar. So you have this huge lounge where they do karaoke, trivia, Pilates. They've done tons of stuff they're doing. They have a bar at that lounge. That's where you order your food, is at the bar at the back of this giant lounge, which is also right next to the casino. So when we went, they were doing Pictionary, so it was this loud experience. People were at the bar drinking, and then the casino was just popping off with jackpot after jackpot. So it was such a noisy place. It was really, really not great. So if you're trying to go to have this really nice ambiance sushi dinner, don't. Take it somewhere else or just understand it. So when we went, I ordered the edamame. Usually they just put salt on edamame, but this had some really kind of spicy, rich, savory seasoning on it. It was very, very good on the edamame. I did order 2 rolls, the Yucatan Express and then the Far Side California roll. Both were very good and had some interesting flavors, like the grapefruit in the Far Side California was kind of an interesting hit as you were chewing through the roll. Honestly, I probably could have split those rolls with someone. So the $25 dining credit covered the meal, but I did order a soda as well, which again, that does not cover it. So I did end up spending $1 or $2, whatever it was. But basically the $3 edamame and then $10 a pop for the roll, so I was at $23 with 18% tip. It really covered that $25 dining credit, did that. But I'm going to pause the video here to thank the sponsor of today's video, you guys. That's right. Without your continued support, I wouldn't be able to be here bringing you all this information and entertainment. Dance monkey dance, you know? For those that have been here since we were full-time RVers, which if you didn't know that, half of this channel is devoted to full-time RVing. We've traveled all over the country, which was great, but now we're here doing full-time cruising content. Thank you. And for those that are just joining us or have joined us in the last few months, did you know that over 90% of you are not subscribed? So don't just dine and dash. Help me out by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, commenting what's your favorite food here so far or coming up, and sharing these videos to kind of really help the channel get out there. So please do your part. Help me help you.
Help me help you.
Back to the video. Now next we'll go over some of the other a la carte, the Tiki Grill and the Island Eats. On our sailing, they were both kind of run out of the same location, which is in the back of the ship, behind the buffet, outside at the adults only pool. This area did have a slightly better ambiance than the far Side Sushi, at least. It is outside by the pool, but it is under a covered area, but at least they have proper table and chairs. And you are technically right behind the buffet, so you could take the food and go into the buffet area. But sometimes that buffet was really packed. So in inclement weather, rain, wind, stuff like that, you might want to take it in the buffet. But anyways, so let's talk about what we ordered. So both Jason and I had $25 each at Tiki and Island. So we have $100 to spend. So we basically just looked at both the menus and said, give me that, and that. And he said, okay. He gave us a buzzer and said, we'll see you in 20 minutes. And it all came out. So at Island Eats, we grabbed the main lobster roll and some shrimp ceviche. Both of those were really, really good. The shrimp in the ceviche were like gigantic, jumbo, massive shrimp. Really good. At the Tiki Grill, we grabbed the order of buffalo shrimp, the taste of Peru, and 2 orders of the mixto, which was basically just a collection of all of the things like conch fritters, buffalo shrimp, and fried clams. And then we also finished that with the salted margarita pie. Between all of those things, I think we were probably at like 85 bucks or something. So we probably left some money on the table there. But we had our other 2 friends joining us that we had met on the ship. We all ate, we were all full, and we all were like, we're good. So really well fed, pretty good food, honestly. I would eat there again if I had the opportunity. Let's talk about probably the most confusing thing about Margaritaville at Sea, which is their main dining room setup. So they have 2 main dining rooms. They have the Finn's main dining room, which is downstairs. It is your complimentary main dining room, no charge, every night, show up, eat your food, you're good. Then there's the Islander dining room, which is the upstairs to the Finn's dining room. It has the same menu as the Finn's dining room. The only difference is they have tablecloths and they add like a few select elevated options to the menu, which comes in the form of a slip, a piece of paper that they put in the regular Finn's menu. So it took a second to figure all that out because it's not really well discussed. But we did have 1 dining credit, and for the particular evening that we went, the elevated options were baked stuffed clam, steak tartare, snapper, among many other things, which I had all of those things, and they really were delicious. And I believe if you're a suite guest, you do get complimentary Islander every night, I think. I don't know if that's true or not. Someone will have to fact check my fact checks here. But we obviously did not. We were the plebs, and so we had to use our dining package. But I think you can do it as an a la carte option. It's probably 20 bucks or something just to upgrade up into that. And finally, that takes us to the JWB Prime Steakhouse, which is the pinnacle of their dining at $55 per person, and honestly, my biggest disappointment in all of the food area. Now, I will start by saying the food was good, okay? But it was not to the expectation or the level that I expected a cruise steakhouse to be. The JWB is located just above the Port of Indecision buffet via a glass staircase. Setting's very quaint, it's a nice vibe, the people are super nice. It was great. We were there at sunset, so it was beautiful. They had all the, the shades open, we could watch the sunset. I just felt super limited in the options as I was only able to get 1 appetizer, 1 soup or salad, 1 entree with 1 side and 1 steak sauce and 1 dessert. But considering I was on the Freedom just a few months prior to this, I was able to get an appetizer, a salad, 2 sides, surf and turf, without it being a surcharge, because on the Islander, it's a $24 surcharge above the money you're already spending to be there. And that seemed a bit rough for me. Also, side note, the steakhouse at Carnival, they make these little tiny cheeseburgers. They're like little tiny Krabby Patties. And they're for free. So I don't know. Like I said, the food was good at the JWB, but it wasn't the best steakhouse experience. And I probably would only suggest doing it one time, maybe celebrating an experience or something, or celebration or something, but I don't know that I would go back. So that rounds out our specialty dining. When we booked everything, it was cheaper than it is right now. So it was $119 for the package, it's now $160. The brunch was $15 a person, now it's $20 a person. So it seems that the Islander or Margarita at Sea has gone, they've taken a note from every other cruise line out there to just up the prices for fun and piss everybody off. So now, as I stand here, can I recommend the Ultimate Chill Dining Package? For $120, I'd say yes. For $160, I'm starting to lean away from it. I would say if it's your first time on the Islander, I would recommend the package. You do have to keep up with the food though, because like there's a lot of options for as short of a cruise. They only do like 3, 4, 5-day cruises. If you're on a 7-day and you have the time, I would say 100% go ahead and do the package. But for me personally, when I sail on the Islander again, I'm probably gonna do a la carte, sushi, the brunch, and the Islander main dining room. Outside of that, the other stuff, they were kind of one-hit wonders for me. I could take them or leave them. But that's everything I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for tons more cruising content. My name is Rob from Here Today, Where Tomorrow, and we will see you there.
If you like this video and want to see more, please head on over to the channel and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, ring that little bell. We upload new videos every week.